Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to discuss intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is something that's very important to me. It's something I do daily. It's a part of my everyday routine. Basically, intermittent fasting is just the way I do it anyway, is I don't consume anything other than water during a certain time frame of the day. And I do that because, for me personally, I do it because it allows my body to heal itself without having to worry about digesting anything. It can put its attention towards healing whatever ailment I may be having. And it just makes me feel better. I feel more energized. I'm more happier. I'm not as sluggish. I'm not as sleepy. And my skin looks better. My overall health is better. Even my TMI, but when you go to the bathroom and all that good stuff, your bowel movements and stuff like that, they're more regular. It's magic. And basically, intermittent fasting, the way it heals you or even it helps to shed weight is because when you're eating and you're digesting food, your body will take its attention towards strictly trying to digest that food, taking the energy away from actually healing itself. So if you have some things going on in your body, maybe some type of sickness or ailment, and you're always in a state of digestion, meaning you're always eating something and your body's always digesting the food, it's going to take its attention towards digestion first and put the healing portion on the back burner. So when you eliminate the food for a certain period of time, then during that time it is able to heal itself. It's able to focus all its attention on healing itself, and that's when you see the benefits of intermittent fasting. Now, most women will probably do intermittent fasting mainly for weight loss because they want to lose, shed pounds and maybe belly weight or all over weight. They'll use intermittent fasting to be able to just keep a preferred weight, keep their weight down. I particularly use it for just healing myself and also just keeping clarity of mind and just being energized, because I noticed that after I intermittent fast that I have more energy, I'm just happier, and it really is like an everyday thing to me. And I use an app on my iPhone called Zero, and that's how I'm able to keep a track of my intermittent fast and how long I've gone. On average, I would try to do at least 16 hours increments a day. So I think it's 16 hours fasting, 8 hours to eat. So I will only have an 8-hour window to eat food. So let's just say I start my fast at 6:30 p.m. and 16 or whatever, however long I'm fasting. So let's just say 16 hours. 16 hours from 6:30 p.m. Is my window of fasting. I won't eat from 6:30 p.m. to the 16-hour cutoff mark. And then after 16 hours, I'm allowed 8-hour window to eat. So I may eat my lunch. It's like a whatever lunch I want to eat at that time. And then I'll wait a few hours and then I'll eat my dinner. And then I will try to have my dinner done by, that 6:30 mark so I can do it all over again. So basically, you're just giving yourself a certain window of time to consume food, and then you're fasting for longer periods of time so you're able to heal and digest and get that out the way and let your body just be its best self without being in a constant state of digestion. The longest I've intermittent fasted was 24 hours. And I'm able to go for longer. It's just that, who doesn't love food? But I'm able to usually go for longer if I want to, but I usually do between 16 to 18 hours. On more ambitious days or days that I'm busier, I'm able to do maybe 19 to 24 hours. And I know this concept may sound really weird that you're not eating, but truthfully, when you try it, you will see the difference. Especially for my ladies who are trying to lose weight, if you're having a hard time losing weight, it's more so about what you consume or what you don't consume as opposed to just exercising. Because yes, burning calories does burn fat, but if you can regulate your eating, that's what's going to keep you slim and trim, or whatever weight, thick and fine, however you want to be, is going to keep you in your ideal body weight for yourself. So yeah, but yeah, I've been intermittent fasting strategically for about 3 months now, and I naturally intermittent fast because I don't crave breakfast. So I would skip breakfast, and then I may eat a late lunch. So I was intermittent fasting anyway. I just was not being strategic about it. I would go from, dinner. I wouldn't eat, I would eat dinner, and then after dinner, I would be fasting until maybe 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then, but it wasn't a purposeful fast at that point. And then I would go ahead and I would break my fast with lunch. Now I'm trying to do it strategically and stretch my hours even longer. And in the meantime too, I'm making sure that I don't consume any juices, any teas, anything other than water when I'm fasting. So in the past, I may have not eaten breakfast and took a late lunch, but I may have drank some juice or something like that, in that morning, during the morning. So technically I broke my fast. But now I'm more strategic, and I don't consume anything that will cause me to be in a state of digestion during my fasting times. And it has healed my eczema. It has given me energy, and I also have noticed, it's kind of weird, but I've noticed that, I don't know if this is a thing or not, but I think my stomach, not my actual stomach, but my inner stomach has shrunk, because I don't eat as much as I used to. I'm small, but I used to, I can eat, like, for real. Like, ask anybody who knows me. But like now, I don't even finish the whole meal. Like, I may eat, half the meal, maybe 75% of a meal, and then I'm full. And I notice that the longer I fast, like over time, that I just don't crave, or I crave food, but I can't eat as much. I get full a lot quicker. And I think that kind of helps with maintaining weight, especially since, like, as you get older, you are, packing on pounds a little easier than you did when you were younger. So who doesn't, want to make sure they stay whatever weight they're wanting to be at? Who doesn't want to make sure they stay at a good optimal weight? So yeah, I've noticed that as well. And like, as far as like having a social life while fasting, now that's the tricky part, because if you are fasting and you're supposed to be meeting someone for lunch, and it's during your fasting time, or maybe you're fasting at night, who knows? It just depends on, you can fast whenever you want to. You don't want to break your fast consistently because you are like going for drinks with a friend or dinner with your boo, or whatever the case may be. So I just pretty much have to try to plan my social life around my fasting. I tend to like to eat later in the day, so it works for me, because if I'm going out, it's going to be later in the day. So this still in my window, my eating window. And if I just so happen to consume something past my fasting time, I would just simply stretch my fast later in the day. So if I'm out till 3 o'clock in the morning, and I be, turning up a little bit, drinking some shots here a little bit, just living my best life, and I'm out late doing that, that means, okay, I'm not gonna eat until 9 o'clock that night. I may have a shorter fast for that day, maybe 13 hours, maybe 14 hours, maybe 15 hours, but I will stretch it till that evening time before I actually eat. So yeah, so if you extend your fast longer than, or if you extend your eating window longer than you're supposed to when it breaks into your fasting time, then when you do start fasting, just stretch that time even further to make up for the difference. And that works for me. Yeah, this is just like a very informal, very non-scientifical breakdown of intermittent fasting for me. I'm not a strict faster when it comes to that. Like, I don't have to do it the same time every day. I don't do it the same hours every day. I just kind of let my body go with the flow. I'm a go with the flow kind of person, and depending on the day and situation, I may fast longer or shorter. So yeah, that's just my breakdown of intermittent fasting, my explanation of what I do. I really think it would help women with weight loss, skin, like if you have acne or eczema or just any other ailments. I think it can really help y'all if you all would intermittent fast. And I would suggest that you do your research. I am not a doctor at all. This is just something I do. This is what I've researched. This is what actually does work for me very well, and I would recommend it, and I even encourage my family and friends to do it. So I would encourage you all to do your own research on it and just try it out, because I know a lot of people do fasting for religious reasons. So I mean, this is just for health reasons. So hey, you're doing it with a purpose and with a plan of action. So yeah, that is all for today. Thank y'all for listening to my long explanation of intermittent fasting. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. If y'all have any questions, any suggestions, any topics that y'all want to discuss, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. And y'all have a great evening. Bye-bye.